Oh, hey guys, welcome back. It is Thursday. Can't remember. Wednesday, Thursday, whatever. But hey, I'm doing brake lines on the Triumph, so hang around. This is going to be a good one. Now I got the front brake line right here, new one. I should replace this is the back brake line. I should replace the front brake line. I'm going to wait to do that because it's getting to be about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. But I put in the oil pressure line, and I've got the line. It has a junction. It's a fitting underneath. I have it running back to the back end. You can see a new line. I don't have that fitting on the end, so I'm going to have to pull that back off. I just wanted to make sure it was long enough. I cleaned up the junction block, which this goes on the frame. Line goes in from the master. I can't remember if it's that way or that way. I think it's that way. Whatever. But a line goes in from the master. One line comes off the top and goes to the driver's side, and this line goes over to the passenger side. I have the passenger side finished with the fittings on it. Now I'm working on getting I already got the one fitting on the other end, which is a bubble flare, and then these are a 45 double flare. So I'm gonna finish that one. I gotta pull that one line, get that fitting on there, which is this one, and get it back in the car. And then I can run and bolt this in, plumb all the other lines, and then I'll be just needing to bleed them. But I haven't decided on if I'm going to be getting one of those vacuum bleeders, which so I can do it myself, or con the wife into coming out and sitting in the car and pump the brakes. I don't know if she'll like doing that, but it is what it is. Alright, I got it 3/8 line, and you take the fit. This is to do the double flare, but lay it down on top. You get the tubing about the same height as it. Then slip that down on top. Get your clamping tool and find my wrench. That's not it. What the hell did I do with it? Right there. But this is going to be a 45 double flare. So you run that on down till she stops. Make sure she's snug. Take that off. And then it's a pain in the ass getting these back up out because you kind of squeezed them a little bit. So I've been using a little screwdriver. Set that off to the side. Bring your tool back over. And let me show you what it looks like right now. What it does, it folds it, it rolls it out and then folds it in on itself. And then when you put this on there with the point in the hole, Make sure it's straight. And then you run this down, and it pushes it down in. It makes like a funnel. There's two different types of flares on cars. Nice and tight. And there you be. Let me bring her out. Loosen her up. There you go. A nice 45 flare. A little bit of splooge in there, a little bit of shaving. There we go. And it just runs right up. This is one of the old fittings, but she is ready to be mounted. Oh, what a pain. But we got her. We got the block in, bolted down. The main line going in, got clearance on the frame. Nothing touching anywhere. Then I just got done with that top line that comes over here to this side. Now, I just got to finish this side. It's almost 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I am getting a little bushed. I have to possibly work tomorrow. My boss don't like to put up my schedule until last freaking minute, so I don't know what's going on from day to day. It really ticks me off, but hey, it is what it is. But I'm going to grab something to eat, get a shower, do a little relaxing, and if I don't got to work tomorrow, I'll be out here and finish up these rear brakes. I just got that one line to do, and then let's see, I should start on the exhaust. We'll see. We'll see you tomorrow. Okay, we're getting her kind of in shape here. Oh, by the way, it's the next day. But I need to put it up in there. So that's in the fitting. So that will be good. It's a good bend. But I need to mark over here where my hand is. You can't see it because of that bar. But I need to bring it back up and over to that fitting there. So what I will do is I'll make it go back upward, and then another bend to aim it straight at that fitting. But I see what I need to do. There's a bracket there I need to pinch this down on, so we'll do just the opposite of what I was doing. Let me kind of show you what I'm doing. That's going to be on the driver's side. Then over here where my hand is, it's going to be almost a mirror image. Going to go back up over this way. That's where a clamp is. Then it's going to go up. So from here, let me get the camera on you. From here, it will go up that way, up again, and into the fitting. if I got I don't know, I might have too much line, but we'll find out. If I got to, I got to shorten it up and reflare to one end. No big deal. Well, it took a little bit of bending, but we don't got it tightened in yet. But she comes down and she's a little lower. She's right up against the edge of the frame. I have it the clip down, holding it there. If needed, I can always just roll this out away, bend it away from the frame, and cut some rubber hose and put on a couple sections just to make it a spacer so it won't rub against that. And wear a hole through it, which wouldn't be good. But she comes up over here by, just got to take that wheel off, get them hooked up, get this one tightened down. So that's probably what I will do next. And then we're about ready to bleed. Unless I want to do the fronts. We'll see. Well, we done got her hooked up nice and tight. I did have to trim it down and reflare it, but hey, it is what it is. I am gonna get a tool. I gotta adjust this. Put you over there. The adjuster on the bottom, I gotta adjust this side. That side's already been done. Get this side done. Then she should be ready for bleeding. We'll see. Yeah, I got that adjusted up, and I busted that bleeder open, filled the reservoir, the master cylinder, and hopefully I can get some gravity bleeding out of it for now. Because wife is on the phone, and we'll see if I can get her out here. Okay. I cracked the bleeders. We started getting fluid on both sides, so I shut them off. Came up here, cracked the bleeder, was getting a little bit, and then I realized my fluid's going down. Where the hell's it going? So I looked down here. I had to throw a bunch of kitty litter down. That bleeder was wide open. What do you freaking know? But she's about ready to bleed. I pumped the pedal some, and it's getting air out of. I ain't getting no more air out of the master cylinder. So now it's just get the wife over here, and I can get these bled. Now we got brakes. Wife came out and helped me bleed them. But got a good pedal all the way around. Fresh brakes, front, back, rebuilt calipers in the front, rotors, bearings, back ends, fresh brakes, wheel cylinder, adjusters, springs, bushings, U-joints, shocks, brake cable. That whole rear end is set for a diff it. I checked the diff fluid and that was it, but be my luck, it will freaking go down on me. But yeah, we got good brakes. And now, just to give you guys a look-see, okay, we got the ignition on. In the middle, just clearance lights. like I did before, which we have all the way around, even in the front. Side markers I got down, front ones got down. So, and now we flip into headlights. And what's going on now? What happened? I just had them. We had them. So what's the deal? Why? What is going on? Only thing, I mean, I was just in the car and checked them. What the hell? Oh, I'm going to have to find out what the hell's the deal. Let me climb in here again. Yeah, no headlights. I do have it like I did before. So what's the deal? Could be the switch. I think it might be the switch. Because I don't know. It ain't one thing, it's freaking another. She wants to turn over, battery's a little low, that might be the issue, but it's so discouraging. Glutton for punishment. Buy a Triumph Spitfire. Restore it. You'll have fun. I kind of am, tell you the truth, but so I just had lights, and that's why I went and grabbed the camera to show you that everything was working. Now it's not, so back to square one again. I wonder if it's it's in the fuse block up front. There they are, see? So it might be in the switch. It's up. Got lights. Yeah. So I've got headlights. And I'll go to high beam. Got high beam. Back to low beam. Dip switch. What the hell? So I'm thinking it might be in that switch. I think I'm going to order a new one. And then I'm going to also check that the fuse block up front, because they're known to have issues. But yeah, what a pain in the ass. I was starting to clean these tires, and man, are they inside of them freaking grody. Go to find out, I used some degreaser, a pretty good degreaser on it. Go to find out somebody painted these wheels. That's paint. See, let me rub it. See it? So, why would you paint aluminum wheels? So, that's going to be a chore, getting that all cleaned off, getting the paint off, all four of them. Then scrubbing the inside of the backs, which I started. And this one had gouges. I don't know if something happened. They broke lug nuts or something got in there. Started scratching around. I ain't sure. I can't tell all the grease on it if it goes all the way around the wheel. I have no clue if the wheel came off at one time. I don't know. But I'm going to look at the other ones I'm suspecting they were painted too, which they do look like they were. So I'm going to clean them all up. I want to get them down to back to aluminum. And then I may attempt doing some polishing on them. But it's good enough for now. I could drive it. And then it's only thing is right now is getting the H-frame in, get the gauges in, get the oil pressure and all that in, and the exhaust, which is laying out there in the rain. It's already rusty. What the hell? Make it more rusty. Well, I took what lug nuts are holding the back tire on. I need 2 lug nuts. I posted it up on Facebook, a couple of the forums. I might have a guy that has them. I got to give him a call, and hopefully they have them. So, but if you guys know of these lug nuts, I'll post up a picture of all the measurements. If you guys know where some are with the washers, there's 3 different washers on these ones. This is a big, thick one. They had to trim one edge to, I guess, to clear the center cap. Same with that one. This one's just too small. It ain't the right size. It's still wet. But these were the ones that go with it, and they have like a concave. But so I'm looking. I'm hunting around. Even if I can find chrome ones, that'd be fine too. Yeah, so it's raining. It's kind of a little chilly out here. So I think I'm just gonna quit for now. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I've been out here since about 10. I don't film much whenever I'm working. I just film highlights. But at least I got the brakes done. Got them bled. Thank you, honey, for doing that for me, giving me a hand. She don't watch my videos. She's never in any of my videos either because she don't like the camera. But that's okay. So, on to the next day. We'll see you then. Well, it is Friday. There hasn't been no work at work, for me at work. It's like, what the hell? But hey, at least I'm getting stuff done. So, I'm working on the exhaust now. We got all the brakes taken care of. And the lights, except for the switch. I ordered the switch. I gotta wait on that. But this is what I'm up to. Okay. As you can see, they're all rotted. Every one of them. This is rotted on top side. This one's been patched. So what I am going to do, and there's a slight bend right here, so they kick up, which I'm not going to worry about because it don't bother me none. It's only a slight kick. They only raise maybe not even a ½ inch from this flat to here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the wheel of death out and cut these brackets in half. Then I'm going to slice I measured 6 inches from here to here. That's going to leave me about 2.5 inches to slip the tips on that I ran around and got. So that will bring them down to about there. So it'll be about 2 to 3 inches shorter, which ain't going to bother me any because I went and bought these thinking this is 2.5. Okay. So I got the wrong one, 2.5 inside. We'll find out. We'll try it, but it don't look like they're the right size. A little bigger. I was going to slip them on to extend them out, because this end is the end that goes into the tips. And then I was just going to tack weld it here, then put the tip on and drill a couple holes because they got bolt set through that. But we'll see what happens. I may have to get different adapters, but at least we're moving ahead with this. And then I'm going to wire wheel everything, clean it all up, give it a shot of black, high temp paint, the whole exhaust pipe. I tried to separate this. It ain't separating. That's there for the duration. So I've thought about just bringing in the muffler, but nope, it ain't happening. But clean her up, get her a shot of paint. I got to remove this bolt and get the bracket. I know where the brackets are to go up to the car hangers. Get them on there. And then there's one clamp that goes back here. I should put a clamp on that, but it mounts it to the frame, keeps it from flexing in the middle. And then I thought, well, maybe if I have to, and it's too loud once I get done, I can find an inline muffler or something. It's going to be tight in here because this is right where it goes in between the frame. So it might be tight. We'll see once we get her all back on, and that probably won't be a while anyway. So I'm going to get the death wheel out and start hacking. Safety squints. I don't know if I'm going to get away with having the guard on it. I put it back on there so it wouldn't get lost, but we'll find out. There we go. Now I got to cut off the rest of that and flip it back around. Show you what I'm talking about here. That's what's left of the brackets. I gotta slice that off, and then on both, and then clean it up and try and see if these will fit. Now that's looking good. Like I said, it's going to be about this much shorter, but these stuck out a ways anyways from the car when it was mounted. So now let's get this one done and start cleaning her up, get some paint on her. I'm going to pull these back off so I can paint it with that rust prevention shit. I just want to make sure they're going to fit. Yeah, got her all together. Got her screwed down. It ain't coming off. Painted, except for this area here where the vise is holding it. Shot her with some high temp paint, and once I pull it, let it dry enough. That's why you're seeing those shiny spots. It's not dry completely, but once it's dry enough, I'll hit that area, and I'm going to set it off to the side. Then I'm going to work underneath the car and clean up some rust and put some rust preventer on it and stuff like that. Get the underside done, and then we'll put this in. I need to get a couple clamps. I should get at least 2. But then these are a hanger. They had this, a rubber type strap thing. But in the book, they have I don't know if it's on a rubber type thing or not, but it's a bracket and it twists and it bolts to, but I can make something that's going to fit. Get it rehung. While I'm waiting for that to dry, I mounted the rear tires. I have to get 2 lug nuts. I posted it up on some groups trying to hunt them down. Nobody carries them because they're a 3/6 or 3/8 thread. There's one missing on each side in the back. I need to get hold of a couple, maybe 3, just to have one as a standby. And then the spare tire, I got to get standard lugs for it because it's on a steely rim. So if I have a flat, I can just throw it on and have the right lug nuts for it. It'll go in the toolkit. I am in the middle of putting this in. Got the oil line hooked up. Got the wires made up for the lights. Now, I can't seem to find the wires from looking up underneath to plug it in and find and make a ground. So, I got to pull this panel back off. That's okay, because then I can get this in place first, then put that back in and make sure I got the wire, make sure everything's wired up right. I got wires made up for the alternator. For the voltage, I decided I'm going to run that. And I don't need a ignition type, a race car ignition type switch. If I want to, I'll put it in later. But so I'm going to pull this apart. I can pull these knobs off again. At least I got my Allen wrench laying up here to pull them off, and we'll get it wired up. A lot of knuckle busting and cussing later. We got her in. She is secured, except for the feet. Yeah, there's no. I got to find the holes for the bottom to put the bolts in, but that's no big deal. Got all the screws, everything put back in place. Lights are working good. So I am happy with it. I do not have this wired up yet, but it will be. Yeah, so let's move on. I am thinking of, I got to do some work underneath the car. I got to clean up, do some seal it. But just give you a look at it. She's all dry. She's going to look good under there. So, I still got to figure out the mounts. But we are moving along. It's not going to be long now. Well, got some more done. Got the knee pads in, both sides. Got that side bolted down. I'm having a hell of a time with this side, trying to find the holes. So I took a break, and I got a mask. I'm going to mask off. I don't know if I want to mask off across this, but I'm going to mask off and paint that black. just like kind of like the other side. Give it. I did the back side of the door also, but if I do that, I gotta pull this card to do it. It might come later. But I think I am going to try and make brackets or find something so I can slip that exhaust up underneath and possibly get it hooked up. Oh, hey, I got some brackets made up. I'm going to try and slide this past underneath that shit. Yeah, that's going to work. And I think I'll hook up the front with one bolt or so. Let's see now. Everything kind of lined up and ready to go. We got it right here. One. She shouldn't go nowhere, I hope. She's at too much of an angle because the back end's so still on the ground. So now I'm going to go back there and hang it. Okay, I rearranged it. I went up and got a bolt better in the front. It done dropped. And then when I went to put that bolt in up front, this one dropped. So I thought I had it bolted. Must not have. It's hanging there, so what the hell? Kind of weird. But I'm going to try and get these two hangers up. Get a bolt through them. At least it's now on a jack better. So we can jack this thing up to where I need to be. I'm hoping. See, that's going to look fucking excellent. Gonna look killer. Gonna look killer. Okay, let me get this bolt here, and then I'll do that side. Now, well, that's ham tight. Now we'll get the other side. We're having fun now. Holy crap. I tell you what, if it went one of these days, I can afford to build a building. I am going to put a lift in. And that rubber's on the wrong side of the damn bracket. There we go. There we go. I got opening wrenches and I can't even get on either one of them. I'll have to get the socket. Well, there she is. Not her final resting place, but she's in. Yeah, like I said before, we're losing about 3 inches of pipe sticking out, but before they were out here past the freaking bumper. I like it like that. I really do. So I refurbed the exhaust. Yeah, I like it. Now I got to get up there and tighten them down, get up front, and finish putting in the manifold bolts. We got her nice and tight. I just tightened up the back ends, bolts, make sure those are all good. I still do need to get a mid clamp, but that's whenever I go to the store next, probably tomorrow morning. And we are so dang close right now to where I still want to undercoat, clean things up and coat, and move the fuel pump into the trunk, but it's okay right there for now. I got the carburetor hooked up. We are close. You know, I think we are at the point to where we can fire the girl up. It hasn't been started since July of last year. So we are looking at 6, 7 months, something like that. No, 6, 8 months maybe. So I don't know. Whatever. But yeah, it's been a while. So we'll probably do that tomorrow because I'm tired. I'm ready to go have dinner, relax. It's about 4 o'clock. Been out here most of the day. Like they say, if you're sitting on your ass, you won't get your projects done. So, I am going to call this one for right now. And we'll see you in the morning. So, catch you then. Yeah, morning. Yeah. What a day. We're going to get, yesterday was a rough one for me. But, yeah, we're going to do a few things. And we're going to fire up the Spitfire today. I want to just do a few things, some checkovers. I already started doing a few little things. And I'm going to show you what those are. And well, let's go. Yeah, first thing you'll see is I put a different hose on here. That one, the old one, it was bad. It had a hole. And I topped off fluid and what do you know? Started dripping. So put a different hose on it. I am going to lube the throttle cable. I disconnected it. use that gasket. But just to give you guys an idea of how to go about lubing, to get lube inside the cable. You can buy these things on Amazon. It's a cable luber. You unscrew it. You slip into your cable ferrule, not the edge, the part with the threads, but the end of the cable. In here, it sticks out the other side. Then you tighten it down. That creates the seal, and you take your lube and you put it in that hole, straw in that hole, and it injects the fluid through the cable. Done this many times on motorcycles, ATVs. You all know I had a ATV, motorcycle, snowmobile repair shop. So yeah, get one of these. So we're gonna do that real quick. But if that's one of the easier ways. I'm gonna probably fight with it. She did get some down in there. I'll have to fight with it to get it to where she's sealed off real good. But damn, Craig, you're on a roll today. I don't know if I like this grease. I never used it before. I've used regular lithium, white lithium. This stuff comes out kind of like a foam. Get the shit everywhere. Gonna smoke like hell whenever I get her fired up. But she returns nice now. So I'll get that cable hooked back up. And we're gonna attempt to fire this girl. Let's see. The way you want to do it, take the bottom nut off. It won't come off over the head of the lead ball on the end, so don't worry about dropping it. Stick your cable through, slip it on down. Get your nut restarted. Because you will be, take your throttle cable, get it in the catch. Now what you want to do is you want to get this to where it's just taut. I'm going to back that off a little bit. Find to where it's just taut. Set the bottom screw. You don't want to have it over tight because then you're opening the throttle. You're giving it fuel. Then you're got to mess with your that'll mess with your idle. You want just a hair. Just so where it's just taut. Take it, set your set screw, and she's good. Clean up some of my mess. And I tell you what, I'm not feeling too hot today. I did a lot of work yesterday. I'm freaking kind of sore. Just not with it. I got some brake clean. We will do that. I have not. I need to get a bottle, unhook the fuel line, and purge the gas tank. I put gas in it prior to, so there's about a gallon, maybe 2 gallons of gas in there. Tea bottle. Gas did come out of it already. Must have had some in the line or something. Let's set this up somewhere. And I will get my jumper wire so I can prime the fuel pump. I picked up one of these things. Sweet little deal. Harbor Freight. Jesus, Greg. Okay. And we'll hook this end to the battery. Just touch it to the battery, and we'll see if we can get fuel flowing. That would help. Get the car connected. Oh yeah, she's flowing good. This is a allot, I think it is. Get that back on there. Fuel pump. Yeah, allot fuel pump. 2, I think it's 2 to 3.5 psi pump. I was thinking I may need to get a regulator. I never did test the mechanical pump. Okay. She's good there. Now, so we got fuel. Batteries are hooked up. Now, only thing left to do would be to connect the fuel pump, get it going. Well, I'm going to make sure it don't have a leak. And then turn the key on. See if she'll fire. Nope, no leaking. Okay. That's why I want to move this pump to the trunk. This is way too loud. It's noisy. Can't hear it when the engine's running, but you can sure hear it whenever it's... Okay, so I put a little bit of oil in the dash pot. Get the starting fluid. I'm going to lift the needle just enough to get my hose in there, open up the throttle, give her a shot down the throat. Pull that out, hook up the fuel pump, and let's see if she'll fire. I'm not going to try to choke. I'm going to leave it alone. No throttle. We're close. Maybe I need to give her a little bit of go-go, a little bit of throttle. Gave her a little bit of choke. Up the garage door. Yeah, she fired right over. Well, she got fired right over. Got good oil pressure. That's cold. Bit of smoke. Let's take the choke off. I might have needed to leave it a little longer. But she is running. Check for leaks. I gotta get my flashlight. Grab hold of that real quick. Exhaust is sounding good. I don't hear it. Not like I got any leaks up here. I was really worried about that ear right there at the bottom snapping off, but it's seeming to hold. I don't see no leaks. No. So I'm just gonna let it warm up a touch. And still holding 75. I bet that will drop as the oil thins out. I can guarantee that. Sounding good. Let's go listen to the exhaust since I put that on yesterday. Oh yeah, she's sounding good. I don't know if that's just condensation. We'll find out whenever she warms up a bit. It doesn't smell like it's running rich. So my ignition light is on. Let's I got the voltmeter. I wonder if that's something to do with the alternator. Let me put it back on the tripod because I need both hands. Let's go over and check the alternator output. It's putting out 12, it should be putting out close to 14. I've had an issue with the alternator before. I'm going to test the battery one more time. 4.3. So, you tell me the alternator is not putting anything out. Let's go check the that light's still on, so yep, we got a voltage drop somewhere. Put it there. Check my temperature is not climbed yet. Fuel needle is not showing anything. Tack is not working. Why? What's going on? Lights are working. Still got just under 75, close to 60 psi. That plug is loose. I didn't have the alternator off. I did clean up the wiring, you know, and there was one wire which is hidden in here. I'll have to bring it out to show you once we get done here. Maybe you guys can tell me what that was for. Down to 60 on the oil pressure. Temp gauge has not moved yet. Still got a little bit of steamage. I don't think it's water. Couldn't be water. Well, it could be. But it's running so good. Running smooth. Puts the choke all the way back in. So that's all the way closed. Seems like it's idling just a hair high. Don't you guys think? Be on the tad low side now, but sounding good to me. I'm just going to keep my eye on this temperature and oil pressure. Oil pressure's down now. See? It's about 35, 40 psi. Temp gauge has not gone up. No pressure build up yet. Yeah, she's It's getting a little warm over here, so the thermostat must have opened up. So why is the temp gauge not working? Is that because of the voltage? Let me wiggle that temp wire. Oh, pressure dropped down again. Let's see where it's going to hold at. For the distributor. You can hear it just here, the lifter clatter. I think I got the fan. Yeah, I did. That's what I was hearing. Blower motor working, which is a good thing. I'm going to do the intake test now that we're here. Take some starting fluid or carb cleaner and you spray it around your intake. Yep, I got a leak there. A leak there. Nothing there. Nothing there. See what I'm saying? Listen to the motor. See how do your intake gasket. That's good. So I gotta see if I can snug them down. So she could be running a little lean there. Yeah, she's good there. It says right there. Okay. So I know I need to do that. Temp gauge hasn't moved, so we know something's going on here. Because it should work. Do a restart. Fasten seatbelt light came on. Huh. Never seen that one before. There, it went out. Yeah, it's working. Ah. out to figure out what's going on with that. Yep. Why is it doing that? Turn the lights on just to see if I left the meter over there. Pulling the draw. It's 13.3. Still about the same. A little lower because I'm pulling the draw. So I gotta figure out what's going on with the alternator and the temp gauge. I need to hook up this battery volt gauge and figure out how that's going to wire up. I wish that temp gauge was working. Fires right over every time. So let's unplug that pump. I need to get that wired into where it comes on with the key. But yeah, she's a running. She's fairly quiet, except for the exhaust leaks. I got to tighten them down, see if I can get that to seal better. I'm hoping it's not that issue there with that cracked ear, but it is what it is. That's a success. Okay, I just grabbed the wrenches and tightened down those top bolts, tightened down that one. It only went a little bit, so it was tight. These I got almost a full turn out of. The bolt down below, I didn't get much on it, so I took my spray, put it down here, and sprayed toward the bottom of the bottom bolt, and it didn't do nothing. Sprayed up here and here. It's not as bad. It's still doing it, but it's not as bad. Nothing over here. Nothing around the carburetor seal. So I got to tend to see what's going on. I got these tight. I can't get them any tighter. So I still got a seal, a slight leak, intake leak. Well, might have to go with some sealant. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. But as for the alternator, we're going to look into that because it was working before. The temp gauge, other things like that, figure out, okay, but we're close. We're close to taking this thing for the first maiden voyage since I started this project. I still got to do the seat, still got to do that door card, still got to do these back corners, get them in, mount the seat belt, thing. Try to wire in the voltage meter, find out what's going on with the rest of the stuff. And I'd like to do some undercoating, some rust prevention, scrape and spray and stuff like that. Find 2 lug nuts. I need lug nuts. I need 2 lug nuts. But can't seem to find them. Nobody has them. Well, I'm happy with the progress of where we're at right now. Except for that. And the ignition light. Why does that come on? Okay. If you guys got any tips or anything for me that you know, okay, check this and this, go ahead and throw it out there. Put it in the comments. But we did drop down on our oil pressure. It was down to what was that, 40, something like that, and it just stayed there. So is that you guys can tell me, is that the oil I'm running? I can show you what oil I put in it. There's the oil that I'm running in it. That's what guys told me to put in older cars. The VR1 has that zinc, I guess, but it's the weight correct for this. And you guys, is oil pressure, is that good for when it's warmed up and the oil's warm? And the oil level is good. Right up there. Maybe you can't see it right there. But it's right up to almost just below the full mark. Well, there you go, guys. Yeah, she's running pretty good. Just got some little things to tend to. Exhaust is on, everything's looking good. But yeah, I'll bring you back. Hopefully we can get another project started here fairly soon. Get some different stuff on this, going on this channel. Main thing is get this car done to where I can pull it in and out. And I can work on the other cars. Wish I had a big garage, but yeah, that'll never happen. Well, I really appreciate you guys for hanging out. And if you're new here, why don't you subscribe? Because if you like this kind of stuff, that'll just let you know, hey, he posted a new video. I can go check it out. You know, and it helps the algorithm. Give a big thumbs up, not the finger. Leave a comment. I always try to reply to my comments, and it's a good way for me to find your channel. I do look at channels that comment. If I like your stuff, I subscribe. If you don't have any videos, but you're a subscriber, thank you. I really do appreciate you. We are growing slowly, so why don't you give this a share? Share it out. Share it out on social media for me. And if you guys hear of any other project, could be another British car, which I like British cars, British motorcycles, hot rod, something different. Let me know. As long as up here in the northeast United States, I may be willing to travel to go look at it. But hey, enough rambling. I'm going to get going. Get to editing this video. And we will see you on the next one. Why don't you go check out this video? I think you'll like that. See you later.